Welcome to another installment of the Devos. Our question for this video is, how are you trusting in the words Jesus spoke? Now, what words are they? Jesus had a great many things to say, a great many promises to us. But I think, how am I trusting the words Jesus spoke? And I think it's remaining calm. Not letting the worries of this world get to me. You know, we live in turbulent times, times of upheaval. We live in times of fear, of danger. We live in times that are terrifying. But each and every generation that has come since the fall has had these times. You had Cain and Abel. You had the times of Noah, when God had recorded that the thought of all mankind was continuously evil. I don't think we live in that time. I don't think that the thoughts of all mankind is continuously evil in our days. Sometimes if you're on social media and you see some of the videos of cruelty going around and you see news stories, you can think that, you can get that idea. Because part of the problem with social media is before, like when I grew up, before social media, you would have something happen in Colorado, and living in Philadelphia, you wouldn't hear about it. You would have an incident unless it became a massive story in Texas or in California, and you'd never hear about it. But now, thanks to social media, everything seems closer. Everything feels like it's in our own backyard, when it's not. So the reason why I am able to stay calm is because of the words Jesus spoke. The words Jesus spoke by saying, I have called you by name. You are mine. I am his. I am his child. And I trust in his plan for my good and my future. And the knowledge of that, the knowledge of knowing that the creator of all things, the one whose authority is above all, the one whose sovereignty controls all things, where not even the devil himself can act in a way that God doesn't allow at some level. That knowledge alone allows me to live in a way that is able to stay at a calm I didn't have before I knew Christ, before I accepted Christ into my heart. Because although I can still see things that are worrying, I know that, like the three being thrown into the furnace, God will see me through all. But even if he doesn't on this earth, and something bad happens to me, he will still work it out for my good and the good of my family. That even through tragedy, he works blessings and miracles and provisions. That's how I trust in the words Jesus spoke. I trust in his words with a confident and calm spirit to know that nothing is beyond his power. That there is nothing that he cannot and will not do for my good. That even when I take the wrong path, even when I step out of line, even when he tells me to go right and I go left, like a divine GPS, he reroutes me back to the best place I should be. Because his plan is for my good. because I am his. Isaiah 43:1. One of my favorite, if not my favorite verse in the entire Bible. So, trust calmly, trust in his promises for our future, because that is what will see us through. Tragedies will always happen because we live in a fallen world. Sadness will always occur because we live in a fallen world. But blessings will always be in abundance because we have a sovereign and perfectly loving God. Thank you for joining me once again for another installment of the Devos, and I shall see you again next time.